Right guys, it's Friday. No, it's not a Friday at all, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday again. I wish it was Friday. Yeah, so we've a bit of a change of plan today. We've got the second half of the print video coming through next week. I've had a bit of issue in the house. I couldn't really film in the house. On hindsight, I probably could have brought it down here, but didn't think that far ahead. So today guys, what we're going to be doing, have a bit time back in the garden, get ourselves some outside fresh air, stuff like that, and get ourselves grown, or working through our veg. It's about time to harvest for a couple of things, so I plucked some out the ground yesterday, and I'm going to just give you a quick tutorial of how to do that. I'm going to get some leaves, some brassicas. I think we've got some kale there. I'm going to get some salads, stuff, lettuce and spinach, and a nice nifty trick about your tomatoes. So yeah, I planted these, just sowed the seeds in a general pot, and these need separating. I'm going to teach you how to do that and get us make sure that you can be able to have a greenhouse in the at home or outside without actually having to have a greenhouse. Genius, right? And it saves some space as well. So I'll catch you in a sec. I'm going to teach you how to do that with the tomatoes in this sweltering hot polytunnel. Yeah, catch you in a sec. Man, it's hot in here. Right, so first things, we're going to have a look into our tomato plants, alright? So what I've got is I've sown some seeds into a pot. This is kind of overgrown now and they really need to come out and be separated. We've got some lovely ones grown behind me just here, kind of little guy just sprouting up in the front there. Yeah, so what we want to do is we want to separate them and we want to get them out, give them as much room to grow as possible. For those who don't have a polytunnel or a greenhouse, I have a little tip for you. Just using some like a clear plastic bag or a clear bin bag that you can get from any reputable store. So first of all guys, what we're going to do is we're going to choose a nice strong one. I think we've got this guy here. And it's the same as removing any of your other plants or transplanting any other plant, alright? So you're going to choose one and then we're going to pull them out nice and carefully. Don't want to damage too much of the roots. I've got about 3 there. Okay, so I'm going to use this guy. Okay, so I've got to make sure we expose the roots as normal. Give it a little tickle as always. And we're going to go, I've half filled a big pot. This is going to go in there. Pat it down. Off screen, get some more compost. I'm going to give it a good chance to grow. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get those and we're going to transplant them all into different pots, okay? That sounds good. And I'll teach you how to make a lovely standalone greenhouse. 2 secs. Okay, so guys, the wind's picking up a bit, so if it gets a bit noisy, sorry. So yeah, what I've done is I've got so many plants from this. How many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13 tomato plants from that one pot. We've got another 2 to go as well, so if you want some tomatoes, give us a message on the forum because I've got way too much that I could possibly ever need. And this is a little good technique, so you can grow them in a hot climate in your back garden using just bin bags. So this is just a clear plastic bin bag you get from any shop. You'll need them. You're going to need some clothes pegs. And you're going to need some bamboo sticks or any form of sticks to kind of hold it up. I think we used hazel the last time when we made our teepees. Anywho, yeah, so what I've got in here as well, I've got a watering can. I've put a shot of the nettle feed that we made a couple of weeks ago in there, good for the tomatoes to help them grow. So I'm going to give that a quick water before we start. Okay, give it some food. And simply guys, all you want to do is you're going to be making a little structure. You're going to stick 4 in at, if you want to pretend it's a clock, you can stick it at 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock and 3 o'clock. And then this is going to act as our holder for this bag, okay? So also by sticking these in, you can tie the tomato plant onto it so it can grow a bit and it's going to need to go upwards, so when it gets a bit weaker you can tie it intermittently throughout it. Or if you want to get a bit for the top and you can use some string to hang it, Yeah, so simply bag, and it's as easy as this, guys. This is how you're going to create your own little greenhouse at home without taking up too much space or building effort. And simply, you're just going to stick this over the top, all the way down, and you're going to peg it in. Alright, so peg at the bottom, all the way around. The job's a good one. Okay, so we're going to keep that. Oh, this can probably come down a bit. Yeah, and that's our little home for our lovely tomatoes. So you stick that outside in some sunshine, make sure it gets a bit of heat. You can take it up to, if you're going to water it, simply just unpeg, pick it up, give it a water, and back down you go. Easy as that, not rocket science. Okay, next what we're going to be doing, yeah, we've got our potatoes we're going to be harvesting, so we're going to run outside and get them harvested, and we're going to get some kale. I think I'm going to have that for some dinner tonight. So we're going to teach you how to make sure you're harvesting, that keeps it, well, especially with the kale and the leaves, that keeps it still going throughout the season, so you don't pluck away the plant and it doesn't die off. Okay, so see you outside. Bye. Right, so guys, we're going to start with kale, okay? What you want to do with this is, when you're harvesting it, you don't want to pluck it out from the soil. You don't want to get the roots out. You want to try and make it so the leaves can grow back, so it'll have a harvest throughout the year, or throughout the season at least. So what we're going to do is, you're simply going to choose a leaf where there's lots and lots of growth going, and you're just going to, from where it, I'll see if I can get a bit closer to show you. So from where it just comes off from the main shoot, just pinch it and give it a bit of a twist, and there you have it. This can go a long way. Kale's really good for your cooking. I tend to use it instead of spinach. It's really nice wilted down. Keep the stalks as well, because that can go in there as well. So yeah, you just literally twisting and plucking, and you'll get a nice bouquet of kale. And this should last, if you do this when it's starting to get really big, starting to grow, you'll get produce throughout the full season, which is class, because since the hardy brassicas and lovely greens will grow in a bit colder weather as well. So yeah, that's how we're getting our kale out. I'm going to show you how to get some spinach out. My spinach at the minute has been in for quite some time. It's starting to bolt, which means it's just starting to get a bit of flour going, which means it's going to get quite bitter to taste. So we're going to get rid of all that. We're going to try and pull that up, get some of the leaves off there, and again, great for salads, great for all your scran, good healthy food. We'll have a jump on the potatoes as well. It's a simple crop, and we'll get that sorted. See you over that way. Okay, so I'm going to hold this one. Okay, so this is the spinach. Okay, as you can see, the tops are just starting to get some flowers on there. We don't really want that. Okay, so we're going to get a shot of them. And what we're doing is, with the spinach, we're going to pluck from the outside, okay? So, again, same technique. You're getting right in there. Avoid the nettles. I need to really need to de-weed this. And you're just going to give a little pinch and pull. Yeah, super tasty. Yeah, so you don't want the flour, because that'll get really bitter, like I said. So you just do the same thing, get a good harvest throughout the year, gives it a chance to grow back. Yeah, and that's part of our loads in 8 weeks, wasn't it? So we've got our sorry, I've got some stuff in my teeth. We've got our beetroot there, our rainbow chard, which is going along pretty well. Yeah, so we're going to jump on the potatoes. I'm going to teach you how to get that, get them up, and yeah, all tasty. We should have quite a bit from the underground. I think I got about 10 the other day from one plant. Yeah, we'll give that a shot. More greens. So guys, this is our potato plot. Loads. These are going to come a lot later. I think I planted some shallots there. But okay, this is going to be our potato plot. Okay, so once you see the flowers are coming up, but once they're starting to die, like so. Where's my camera? There we go. Once it's starting to die like so, that's when you want to kind of start harvesting. Okay, so what we're going to do is, it's simple. You're going to grab one of your plants, simply get by the bottom, lift it up, and we've got a couple of tatties on there. Okay, now there's going to be tatties around, so have a dig in the ground, get them up. Lovely things, lovely. Okay, so you might want to get a trowel to get these out. So we've got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then more underground. Okay, so split cheese. So that's how we're going to be getting our lovely potato plants dug up. Like I say, once the flowers start to die, that's your time to shine. Yeah, they should get quite a lot from it, and yeah, we'll cook up a nice storm. Shows you recipes that you're using with these. With spinach and potatoes, I tend to cook a lovely curry, like a nice sagaloo. So yeah, shows what you've got, shows your recipes, and I'll do me goodbye message in a sec. Catch us in a sec, guys. So, we've had a great little trip back to the garden. It's been a while since we've been here. Good to see you as always. We've got lots of stuff grown. We're starting to get some produce that we're kind of filling our kitchens with. Yeah, for the past couple of weeks now. So it's pretty cool that we're growing our own, all from pennies, all from seeds. Yeah, so we've got our potatoes going. We had our kale. We've got our lovely tomato plant that's in our bag. We'll keep watching that and see how that goes. Again, guys, these are just doing class. It's lockdowns. It's getting there. Things are starting to lift up a bit. We can go out and visit shops and now, I guess, for all the non-essential things we need. But guys, yes, stay safe, stay strong. You are doing an absolutely amazing job. Super proud of each and every one of you. And yeah, peace out. I'll catch you online. Catch you in a sec. Obviously, post what food you've been making with these glorious veg and fruit, if you've been growing fruit. I've got some lovely strawberries I've been nibbling on today. Okay, so yeah, catch us in this next time, and thanks for staying. Peace and love, all the best. Bye.